A little over a year ago, Xiaomi released the 𝗕𝗏𝗵𝗍𝗂 𝗦65 electric scooter, and as hyped as I was, or still am, I wanted to have one, and here I've got it. And ever since I've been using it almost every single day, and I wanted to share with you guys what I've come across during this year, so let's get right into it. Well, first of all, I have to say, I've never expected so many views, likes and replies to my video review of the 𝗕𝗏𝗵𝗍𝗂 𝗦65 electric scooter. Thank you so much for that, and in case you haven't seen it, I will leave a link here in the top right corner so you can check it out in case you haven't already. Now, to come back to your point, what I've come across during the year is that first of all I really started to like the electrical scooter for its convenience. It is so easy to fold it and then bring along with you in the train or in the bus, or to go quickly to the local shop for some groceries. And that is where I encountered one of the very few downsides that this scooter really has. For example, it's almost impossible to ride the scooter with one hand. And if you have a plastic bag from the grocery store, let's say, then holding that while riding is not that convenient, and hanging it on the handles isn't the best either. So what I did was I went to someone that has a 3D printer and asked him if he could print this little but super convenient hook for me. It is almost invisible on the steering wheel, but still strong enough to hang some bags on the steering wheel, and it is still properly secured with a 4th screw. It is such a small and inexpensive accessory that I really started to appreciate this over time. Now, along with the 3D printed hook, I also ordered this vibration damper, because over the year I started to notice that the amount of space in the latching mechanism started to increase, and that did not positively affect the riding experience. And just like the 3D hook, a small and inexpensive tool like this is really helping a lot. Now, during the year I also noticed that the tire wear didn't go as fast as I expected in advance. You can see that it's been used a lot, and with the European version you also get a set of extra tires, but for now it's not needed because the tires over there, they still look good and they do the job. There's one thing though, because you need to make sure that the inner tires are inflated, or they stay inflated at around 3 to 3.5 bar for the best experience. I've had mine a little bit too low and the battery drains just so much faster, and on top of that I also noticed that the battery is decreasing slightly faster with the colder weather. And most importantly, the moment the battery drops below 50%, the acceleration becomes slower and slower, and the top speed becomes a bit lower as well, let's say. Luckily, over the last couple of months I've had a flat tire only once, and that was because I hit a speed bump too hard with the maximum speed. It's not that easy to change, but there are quite some useful videos on YouTube in case you got a flat tire, let's say you want to change it immediately. I've also tried to install and use solid tires, but that's not pleasant to ride on as it's more noisy and less smooth. The last point that I want to mention is regarding the battery clip. It doesn't want to stay in place properly, let's say, and thus with slight rain you have to be careful because the rain might come inside, and the same is riding through ponds. During the launch and a couple months after the launch, the price for the scooter remained relatively expensive, but luckily recently the price dropped quite a bit, and it remains now often around 350 euros or $400. I've got mine via Gearbest, and if you use the priority line shipping method for orders in Europe, it will arrive tax-free. If you want to know more about this, I've pinned a comment in the comment section down below so you can read more. Else there's always Amazon.com UK or maybe AliExpress, let's say. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Do you own an M365 from Xiaomi? Let me know in the comment section down below what are your thoughts after using it for the moment or the time that you have it. Thank you so much for watching once again. Don't forget to leave it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and then I hope to see all of you in the next one.